Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Chito Vera goes down at UFC 299 this weekend. Bantamweight championship is on the line, and I've got a bold prediction for you guys. I think that Sean O'Malley is going to be the first person to ever finish Marlon Chito Vera in the cage. Me and Joey have the breakdown from TWSN. Joey, how do you see this fight going?
I don't have Sean by KO, but I have Sean in dominating fashion. I think this is one of those fights, he's going to make it look easy. Just looking back at their first fight, obviously before the nerve damage injury that happened to Sean, Sean was kind of picking him apart. He was landing his shots he wanted to do. It looked like a typical Sean O'Malley fight. He's using his movement. He's pumping here, getting a jab in here, getting a kick in here, and it's really starting to pick him apart. And I think he was going to start getting Chito to bite on some of those feints and really start getting some power shots in on him more as that fight unfolded. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. So we'll never know, but I'm glad we get a chance this weekend to see how it hopefully fully plays out. No freak injuries involved. I just think Sean is just there's levels when it comes to striking. I think he is a level above Chito in the striking realm, and Cheeto's a striker too. So I don't really see him wanting to take this fight to the ground. I think they're going to be large majority on their feet. I do think Chito could find some success in this fight with maybe trying to enforce some clinch situations, trying to make it kind of more like a dog fight where you're not letting Sean move all around the cage and you're kind of almost chasing him the whole fight while he's just popping his jab out there, popping, and you're trying to get in. So I think Chito can have success if he makes it a dogfight, but I think the levels that Sean has with his striking and his whole game right now, I think it's going to be too much for him. I think he's going to be too technical, too quick. And I see a 5-round unanimous decision, 50-45 kind of scorecards where he's picking him apart each and every round. And the only reason I don't go KO on this one is I just think Chito, he's one of the most durable guys there is in the UFC. Obviously never been finished, all that. And I think if he bites on a feint bad and Sean catches him right on the chin, obviously his lights go out and that could happen. But in my final prediction, I'm going Sean in a dominating, easy decision win against Chito.
So throwing it back to what you said about what happened in the first fight, Sean O'Malley looked great in that fight. And you've got to think, this is almost 4 years ago now. Of course, both of these guys have grown and developed and become completely different fighters in the time since the first fight. But you look at that first fight, I think it was very telling of how this one might go. Sean O'Malley was having a lot of success on the feet. He was mixing in a lot of push kicks, body kicks, and then he had a nice crisp jab that he was hitting Chito with. And then ultimately the nerve really just kind of set him back, and you could tell instantly something was wrong. He was fighting on the back foot, and then he hit the canvas, and the rest is history. We know what happened. But now, 4 years later, both of these guys have grown so much. Obviously, Sean O'Malley is the champion now. Chito's a top 5 contender. They've faced Hall of Fame guys, Piotr Jan, Corey Sandhagen. Who else have they fought? Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of people that these guys have faced that are going to get them ready for this fight. I think that Sean O'Malley is going to be way more precise in this fight. He's going to be slower. You look, he's kind of a counter fighter. He just kind of waits to see what his opponent's going to do, and then he capitalizes on any mistakes. And if Marlon Chito Vera makes any mistake, he's going to get caught. And I know that he's never been finished. He's never been knocked down in his career. Chito deserves that recognition. He's got one of the best chins in UFC history. But not every chin is just unbreakable. I mean, we did just see Alexander Volkanovski get KO'd twice in a row. And I think that all of the damage that Chito has taken over his years, yes, he's very durable, but I think it's going to catch up to him. I see a late stoppage for this one. I think Sean O'Malley's going to catch him with something clean in the early 5th round, maybe mid-5th round, after a lot of damage. And I think he's going to put him up against the fence and unload, and the referee's going to jump in to stop it. I'm going to say late 5th round TKO stoppage for me.
Sean O'Malley, main event, UFC 299, got the custom pink shorts. I mean, it seems like it's set in stone for him to get a dominating victory and only help on his rise to stardom as he sure is on. But I would love to hear what everyone else has to say. So comment your predictions and go ahead and like this video as well.